Hello everyone, and I hope you're having a great day. Today we are making a Moroccan, sort of Middle Eastern, sort of that area, Turkish marketplace for your Sims to go and find some exotic trinkets in the game. So the first, I'm trying to make the tents, and I wanted to pick various different colours for the various different stalls that would be inside them. So just cutting out the walls of the different ones, making them slightly all different sizes, and using the diagonal patterns, and just putting in some of the flooring, which I use quite a lot of the city living carpets to sort of give sort of that Middle Eastern flavour to this market, and sort of pulling out all the different city living objects that I wanted to use. I use quite a lot of the food stalls as well. I've kind of picked all the ones that sell that sort of region's cuisine, and using a lot of the tables where you can sell your own items on there, and using them to put lots and lots of cluttered items. I think I near enough use all the ones that I have in my game. And so we're now moving on to the pot shop. So each little tent has its own different shop. This one's a pot, and it's got all the various pots, teapots that are in the game. And we're now moving on to the furniture shop. So pick out different cushions, making everything really super bright, and trying to keep to items that you would actually find in these various different places if you went to a market in this type of area that I'm trying to do. And this is probably my favourite little tent area, and a actual use for the future cube. It's a fortune teller's tent, and it's quite a fun part of the build, trying to make it sort of very enclosed, using the curtains to create sort of very luxurious, and using these Indian inspired lightings from the city living. And I used quite a lot of the free updates that we got to city living, that plant in a little planter, and that was added quite a lot to this build. And this is a little flower shop, or other exotic flowers that you might get that are not legal, but we won't talk about that. And yeah, I'm just trying to fill it with all different flower arranged things. And this is a antique shop, so I'm using more of the more classier objects in the game, sort of ones that you might actually find in an antique shop. I completely forgot about the curtains there that I used, that are also in city living, sort of used as doorways or entrances to sort of keep the more tents that I've designed that had more exits and entrances to sort of enclose them a bit more. And here I'm making a little sort of art, sort of painting display thing, using the selling boards. So I don't think you'd actually be able to use those to sell your own paintings in the game, but it's kind of set up so someone, that's their like main little pitch, and it's just going onto landscaping, sort of putting all the little candles in the jars around, so it's got some quite nice mood lighting. And I'm making sort of a centerpiece in the middle of the market, sort of a square which your Sims can come and meet and hang out and just chill, sit down, look at the little fountain, and placing a lot of cactuses and things around the corners to give it a bit more green vibe, because it was looking rather beige, and using lots of beige and sort of reddy earthy tones in this build, and using the lighter sand terrain paint tool to look like people have been walking around. I actually decided to cover the marketplace in actually a tiled pattern, as make it a bit more formal and like it was an actual setup place, and sort of the tents have appeared over time, and adding more of those new city living free update plants, and putting some busking things around so your Sims can come and play and get earn some money. And I've got about if your Sims actually needed to eat and use facilities here at the market. So we're going to make a little barbecue area and a toilet facility, and later on we think we'll make a children's sort of toy stool. And again I use the the curtains, but I raised them up this time so they actually make more of a solid wall. So I think your Sims can still get through there, but I wanted that space a bit more enclosed because this is the where you can come and grill up some food. And using the toddler stuff pack barbecue and using all the different various colour swatches on the city living tables so it looks vibrant, and sort of trying to get as much colour in the build as possible, and adding more of the little things that you can actually use those to sell your own paintings on. We're going to make a little sort of like the flea market in event that happens in the Spice District, sort of using the tables so you can create your own little marketplace for your Sims to come sell their stuff, and using the toddler 3 mat to sort of indicate that area, and sort of adding the art canvases and the racks of canvases to make it look like people had stored away lots of paintings for you to come and buy. And I'm going to make the toilet area, and I made this originally going to have them that size, but I realised once I actually putting the items in that was actually a bit too big, and it was quite dark in there as well, and there wasn't that much room because it's only one by one that you couldn't put the sinks in with them, so I decided to shorten them all up and put the sinks outside, and actually use one of the new free update mirrors that we got, because I thought it added to the sort of aesthetic I've got going on in the build, and sort of adding the towels and sort of the other clutter objects that sort of bring the game to life. And yeah, I add these little alcoves, sure, because it was looking a bit plain, so I thought I'd add a little bit of detail in, and sort of adding more and more of those trees everywhere and rugs. And now we're going to work on the toy shop, I think. No, not yet. We're going to add some tables around the place so you can actually sit down and eat, because I actually forgot about that until now. And I think I add some rugs underneath. Use a lot of the rugs in the game. I think they add quite a lot of extra colour in this environment. And now we're working on the toy shop, and use again the little table, place near enough all the toys objects that I have in my game, and sort of raising them up to go on the table. And yeah, I think I did actually want to use that trunk a bit more in this build, but I didn't actually remember it until I started building this part of the build. Adding wall decorations, which was quite hard because most of the walls in this little tent were only like 1 tile wide, so it was kind of hard to put on different decals onto the walls. And then I remembered all about the toys that aren't actually in the kids bit, so we're adding those in now, like the robots and the giant dinosaurs and the llama and the money boxes and some of the gnomes that we have that I don't really get to use during the normal game. And yeah, just add in some more food stands and tea stand so you can get a drink, because they drink a lot of tea everywhere around the world. And in using the new update, the little fence to sort of indicate the area which the market is actually in. And because I got it down as a park area, so I had to add in the various different things you need, like the chess table and play equipment, even though I'd added in the toddler slide. Now here are the screenshots, different angles, and this one's a bit closer up, more on the ground level. Here's my Sim here getting ready to sell some stuff on her table, and then buying some food from the store vendors. And this one screenshot from the top, and one with the insides inside. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, give it a like, and if you'd like to see some more builds, then please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.